How to Stop Wasting Your Life. Carl Jung. As therapist.as, we embark on this profound journey of self-discovery and transformation. Guided by the illuminating insights of Carl Jung, we find ourselves at a crossroads. Many of us feel lost, adrift in a sea of meaninglessness, desperately seeking something to fill the void within. We chase after fleeting pleasures, material possessions, or societal approval, only to find that these pursuits leave us feeling even more empty and unfulfilled. But what if there was another way? What if, instead of running from our problems or numbing ourselves with distractions, we could face our challenges head-on and discover a depth of meaning and purpose we never knew existed? This is the promise held within Jung's therapeutic approach, a beacon of hope for those of us yearning to stop wasting our lives and start truly living. I invite you to consider a profound question: what if the very difficulties and struggles you've been trying to avoid are actually the keys to unlocking your fullest potential? Jung believed that our problems are not mere obstacles to be overcome, but rather gateways to deeper self-understanding and personal growth. He saw that many of us have been misled by the modern notion that life should be easy, that suffering is always to be avoided, and that happiness is our natural state. But life, in its raw and unfiltered essence, is not easy. It is a battleground, a crucible in which we are forged and tested. As Jung wisely noted, man needs difficulties. They are necessary for health. This is not to glorify suffering, but to recognize its transformative potential. When we embrace this truth, we shift our perspective from seeking an impossible, pain-free existence to developing the strength and resilience needed to face life's challenges with courage and grace. Think about the times in your life when you've grown the most. Were they not often periods of struggle, uncertainty, or even pain? It is through facing our difficulties that we discover our true capacities, that we evolve and become more than we were before. This is the essence of Jung's approach: not to eliminate all problems, but to help us engage with them in a way that leads to growth and self-realization. But here's the rub: many of us, when faced with the discomfort of our inner struggles, turn to quick fixes. We might seek refuge in psychotropic drugs, hoping to chemically alter our mood and numb our pain. While these medications can be necessary and life-saving in some cases, Jung warned against their overuse as a substitute for genuine psychological work. He saw that too often they become crutches, allowing us to avoid confronting the real issues at the root of our distress. Instead, Jung advocated for a more holistic approach, one that addresses not just the symptoms of our discontent, but its underlying causes. He believed that most cases of anxiety and depression stem not from a faulty brain, but from a faulty way of life. This is a radical notion in our age of quick-fix solutions and instant gratification. It calls us to look deeper, to examine our values, our choices, and our relationship with ourselves and the world around us. So I ask you, are you ready to embark on this journey of self-discovery? Are you willing to face the shadows within, to confront the parts of yourself you've been avoiding? For it is only by bringing these aspects into the light of consciousness that we can integrate them, learn from them, and ultimately transcend them. As we delve deeper into Jung's approach, we'll explore practical ways to apply his insights in our daily lives. We'll learn how to confront our shadow selves, how to find meaning in a seemingly meaningless world, and how to become active participants in the grand drama of life, rather than mere spectators. Remember, the goal is not to reach a state of perpetual bliss or to eliminate all difficulties from our lives. Rather, it's to develop the inner resources to face life's challenges with resilience, wisdom, and grace. It's about becoming whole, integrated beings, capable of living authentically and purposefully. In the words of Jung himself, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. This is the invitation before us to stop wasting our lives in futile pursuits and meaningless distractions, and to embark on the heroic journey of self-discovery and self-realization. Are you ready to accept this invitation? Are you prepared to face the challenges, the joys, and the profound transformations that await? As we continue, we'll explore the practical steps we can take to put Jung's wisdom into action, to stop merely existing and start truly living. The path ahead may not be easy, but I assure you, it is infinitely rewarding. Let us take this journey together, guided by the profound insights of one of history's greatest minds, as we learn how to stop wasting our lives and start living them to the fullest. Unveiling the shadow, embracing our hidden selves for authentic living. As we delve deeper into Jung's approach to living a meaningful life, we encounter one of his most profound and challenging concepts, the shadow. This is not merely a psychological theory, but a powerful tool for self-transformation that can radically alter how we perceive ourselves and interact with the world. The shadow, in Jung's framework, represents those aspects of our personality that we've repressed, denied, or hidden from conscious awareness. It's the parts of ourselves we're ashamed of, the traits we wish we didn't possess, the impulses we try to suppress. But here's the crucial insight: the shadow isn't inherently negative. It's simply the unconscious aspect of our psyche, containing both our darkest fears and our greatest potential. Why is confronting the shadow so essential to stop wasting our lives? Because when we deny parts of ourselves, we expend enormous energy keeping them hidden. This constant repression drains us, leaving us feeling fragmented and inauthentic. Moreover, what we repress doesn't disappear, it emerges in unexpected and often destructive ways, sabotaging our relationships and our goals. I challenge you to consider what parts of yourself have you been hiding or denying. What traits do you criticize most harshly in others? Often, these are clues to our own shadow aspects. Embracing the shadow doesn't mean indulging our darkest impulses. Rather, it's about acknowledging all parts of ourselves, bringing them into conscious awareness where we can integrate and channel them constructively. This process of integration is what Jung called individuation, becoming a whole, authentic individual. The path to shadow integration isn't easy. It requires courage to face aspects of ourselves we've long avoided. But the rewards are immense. As we embrace our shadow, we often discover untapped strengths and creativity. We become more compassionate towards ourselves and others, recognizing that everyone has a shadow side. We gain a sense of wholeness and authenticity that allows us to live more fully and freely. One practical way to begin this process is through active imagination, a technique Jung developed. This involves dialoguing with different aspects of your psyche, including your shadow. You might write a letter to your shadow, or imagine a conversation with it. The key is to approach this process with curiosity and openness, rather than judgment. Another powerful method is to pay close attention to your dreams. Jung believed that dreams often reveal shadow content, presenting it in symbolic form. By recording and reflecting on your dreams, you can gain insights into your shadow aspects and begin to integrate them. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate the shadow that's impossible and undesirable. The aim is to bring it into conscious awareness, to understand it, and to harness its energy in positive ways. As Jung said, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. As we embrace our shadow, we stop wasting energy on repression and denial. We become more authentic, more whole, and more capable of living life to its fullest. We're no longer fragmented beings, but integrated wholes, capable of channeling all aspects of ourselves towards meaningful goals. I invite you to reflect deeply. How might your life change if you fully embraced all parts of yourself? What hidden strengths might you discover? What new possibilities might open up? The journey of shadow integration is ongoing. It's not about reaching a perfect state, but about continually growing in self-awareness and authenticity. As we proceed on this path, we'll explore how this deeper self-understanding can lead us to discover our unique role in the grand drama of life, finding the meaning and purpose that are essential to stop wasting our lives. The alchemist's quest, transmuting existence into meaning. In our journey to stop wasting our lives, we now arrive at a crucial crossroads: the search for meaning. This quest is not merely philosophical pondering, it's the very essence of what makes life worth living. Jung understood that many of our psychological ailments stem from a life devoid of purpose, an existence that feels hollow and insignificant. Consider for a moment what gives your life meaning. If you struggle to answer this question, you're not alone. In our modern world, we often find ourselves adrift, disconnected from the grand narratives and mythologies that once provided a sense of purpose to our ancestors. We've become, in Jung's words, a small tribe in a vast, indifferent universe. But here's the profound truth Jung discovered: meaning isn't something we find, it's something we create. We are the alchemists of our own existence, capable of transmuting the base metal of our daily experiences into the gold of a life rich with purpose. Jung illustrated this beautifully through his encounter with the Pueblo chief, who believed his tribe's daily rituals helped the sun rise each morning. To our rational minds, this might seem absurd. But Jung saw beyond the literal interpretation to the profound psychological truth. These people lived with a deep sense of purpose and connection to something greater than themselves. I challenge you to reflect: what if you approached your life with the same sense of cosmic significance? What if you saw your daily actions not as mundane tasks, but as vital contributions to the unfolding drama of existence? This shift in perspective is transformative. It's not about adopting someone else's belief system, but about discovering or creating your own sense of purpose. For some, this might come through traditional religious or spiritual practices. For others, it might be found in service to a cause, in creative expression, or in the cultivation of deep, meaningful relationships. The key is to find something that resonates deeply with your authentic self, something that makes you feel connected to something larger than your individual existence. This is what Jung meant when he spoke of finding our role in the divine drama of life. But here's the catch: this meaning isn't handed to us on a silver platter. We must actively engage in the process of meaning-making. It requires introspection, experimentation, and often facing the very difficulties we've been trying to avoid. Paradoxically, it's often in our struggles that we find our greatest purpose. Consider the people you admire most. Aren't they often those who have faced great challenges and found meaning in overcoming them? This is the alchemical process in action, transforming the lead of our difficulties into the gold of purpose and wisdom. So, how do we begin this alchemical process? Start by paying attention to what truly moves you. What activities make you lose track of time? What causes stir your passion? What injustices make your blood boil? These are all clues pointing towards your unique purpose. Then, take action. Meaning isn't found in passive contemplation, but in active engagement with life. Start small if you must, but start. Volunteer for a cause you believe in. Create art that expresses your inner truth. Cultivate relationships that challenge you to grow. Each step you take towards living with purpose is a step away from wasting your life. Remember, this is not about achieving some grand, world-changing goal, though it might lead to that. It's about infusing your everyday existence with significance. As Jung noted, even the simplest acts can be imbued with cosmic importance when done with awareness and intention. I invite you to ask yourself, if you were to approach your life as a sacred task, as vital to the universe as the Pueblo believed their rituals were, how would you live differently? What would change in your daily actions, your relationships, your goals? As we continue on this journey, we'll explore practical ways to implement this meaning-centered approach to life, integrating all we've learned about facing our shadows and embracing life's challenges. The path to stop wasting our lives leads us not away from difficulty, but through it towards a life rich with purpose and authenticity. The eternal flame igniting purpose in the crucible of life. As we reach the culmination of our journey through Jung's wisdom, we arrive at a pivotal realization: stopping the waste of our lives isn't a destination, but an ongoing process of growth, integration, and meaning-making. It's about kindling an eternal flame within us that illuminates our path and warms our soul, even in the darkest of times. This flame is our unique purpose, our individual role in the grand tapestry of existence. But how do we keep this flame burning brightly in the face of life's inevitable challenges? The answer lies in synthesizing all we've explored, embracing our shadow, finding meaning in difficulty, and actively participating in the drama of life. First, we must understand that our purpose isn't static. It evolves as we grow, shaped by our experiences and insights. The key is to remain open and adaptable, continually reassessing and realigning our path. This doesn't mean aimless drifting, but rather a dynamic engagement with life, always seeking to deepen our understanding and expand our contribution. Consider, how has your sense of purpose changed throughout your life? How might it continue to evolve? Next, we must learn to see our difficulties not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and deepened meaning. Every challenge we face is a chance to strengthen our character, to expand our understanding, and to refine our purpose. In the words of Jung, the shoe that fits one person pinches another. There is no recipe for living that suits all cases. Our unique struggles are the very things that shape our unique purpose. Practically, this means engaging with our problems actively and creatively. Instead of seeking to eliminate all difficulty from our lives, we learn to ask, what can I learn from this? How can this experience contribute to my growth and my ability to serve my purpose? Furthermore, we must remember that our purpose isn't fulfilled in isolation. We are part of a vast, interconnected web of life. Our actions, no matter how small they may seem, ripple out and affect the whole. This understanding imbues even our most mundane actions with profound significance. I challenge you, how would your life change if you saw every interaction, every task as a vital part of your life's purpose? Lastly, we must cultivate a practice of regular self-reflection and renewal. This might take the form of meditation, journaling, or engaging in meaningful conversations with others. The goal is to continually reconnect with our deepest values and aspirations, to integrate new experiences and insights, and to realign our actions with our evolving sense of purpose. Remember, the aim isn't perfection. We will stumble, we will face doubts, we will sometimes lose our way. But each time we falter, we have the opportunity to reignite our flame, to recommit to our purpose with even greater clarity and conviction. As we conclude, I invite you to reflect deeply: what is the unique flame that burns within you? What purpose calls to your soul? How can you fan this flame into a blazing fire that illuminates not just your own life, but the lives of those around you? In embracing this path of purposeful living, we not only stop wasting our lives, we transform them into beacons of meaning, authenticity, and profound contribution to the world. This is the legacy of Jung's wisdom and the invitation before each of us to live fully, to engage deeply, and to burn brightly with the unique purpose that only we can fulfill.